What's up, Yeti Club? As you may or may not know, Liberty Inn in Epcot's America Pavilion just closed its doors for good. It will be changed into Regal Eagle Smokehouse, but before it joins the likes of Maelstrom and the Great Movie Ride in the amusement park Afterlife, I wanted to finally try out Liberty Inn for myself and also talk about why it had to go. Liberty Inn is one of those spots that's always been on my list, but I just never got around to it because they never had anything that really drew my attention. But I wanted to make sure I gave it a shot before it closed down. They were serving some special Guardians of the Galaxy themed food, so I got the Space Sandwich and the Cosmic Cake. The Space Sandwich was a barbecued pulled pork sandwich with crispy onion straws served on a galaxy colored bun. Now I need to talk about this bun for a second because it's a great instance of a good idea gone slightly wrong. I do love the idea of taking a normal sandwich and making it into something special by changing the colors, but if you're gonna go that route, you have to fully commit. I don't know if mine was just a lackluster batch or if they were giving up because they knew they were about to close, but my bun looked more like it was just old and moldy than it looked like a galaxy. The inside showed more of what the colors were supposed to be, but if you're gonna use those colors that are similar to mold, you better get it right every time. The pork itself was fine, but it was pretty much just your basic pulled pork. Nothing special about it besides that it was served on moldy galaxy bread. The onions plus the fact that the bun was toasted gave it all a nice crunch, but that was probably the best part of the sandwich, which came with your standard fries as a side. The Cosmic Cake was closer to what I was looking for as far as presentation goes. It did look pretty cool and had a nice brush space pattern on it, although the promotional pictures I've seen certainly look nicer. It was a pretty straightforward chocolate cake with vanilla buttercream center, but the buttercream was colored too to add to the theme as well. Decent dessert, especially if you're a chocolate lover. Overall, this meal was fine, but it feeds directly into what I want to talk about now, which is, why did Liberty Inn close? Like I said, the meal was fine, but that's it. It was just fine. There was really nothing special or memorable about this meal, even with the galaxy colors. The very fact that they were serving Guardians of the Galaxy food shows that they knew their regular menu isn't special enough to bring people in. Outside of specials, the menu is pretty much just burgers, hot dogs, and chicken. This is one small notch above the kind of stuff you'd get at a Six Flags. I know some people argue that this is a representation of American food, but honestly, we can do better than this. The atmosphere needs some work too. There really isn't much going on at all inside of Liberty Inn. There were some really cool flags on the wall of the 13 colonies, but other than that, it's basically just an open room. The theme of Colonial America gives you a decent amount to work with. It could have been themed like an actual inn, something similar to Liberty Tree Tavern or even Columbia Harbor House in Magic Kingdom. If you wanted to more match the outside, they could have themed it like a colonial era governor's mansion inside, or really any house from the colonial era, honestly. Instead, what they had was an open room with a fountain and some flags covering one part of one wall. It wasn't a theme really, it was an absence of theme. With the atmosphere side and the food side both being undeniably lackluster, it's pretty easy to see why Liberty Inn closed its doors. But there is hope. Regal Eagle Smokehouse is on its way, specializing in barbecue and craft beers, which is a fantastic representation of American food. It sounds like it'll be similar to the stands Epcot has had in the American Pavilion during festivals like Food and Wine, which have been really popular. Plus, you just gotta love the name, Regal Eagle Smokehouse. That's catchy. I also really hope they redo the inside of the restaurant. I don't necessarily know if the suggestions I had earlier for what Liberty Inn could have been would work for this new theme, but they should certainly be able to put out something better than an empty room with flags on the wall. Although I wouldn't mind the flags sticking around in some way or another. So that's why I think Liberty Inn shut down and my take on my first and final meal there. I personally am really excited to see what Disney does with Regal Eagle, but let me know in the comments what you think about these changes in Epcot. Thanks for watching, and until next time, hoist the colors.